Hello, everyone. The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes on a recent horror release, and just like all of our other episodes, it might include major spoilers for said horror release, so don't listen to it if you haven't already seen it. You've officially been warned. And if you'd like to hear the full episode, just head on over to patreon.com/horrorqueers and subscribe today. Without further ado, here is your exclusive Patreon clip. So this boyfriend pops up.
Yep. So people might know him from a couple of CW shows. He was on The Vampire Diaries and the originals.
Oh, wow. Nope, no idea.
I mean, he's got good hair and he's got a decent chest. Not that this movie takes advantage of that at all.
Which I kind of appreciate.
I do not.
Well,
if
actually,
you're going to put a hot guy in a movie, I need him to at least take his shirt off more than the one time that a shark bites him.
I should be more upset about it because we actually do get a full-on shot of Tanya Raymond, like, showering in her bikini to, like, wash off the salt water. And I was like, oh, gratuitous bathing suit shot.
I felt uncomfortable for Tanya Raymond in this movie. There were so many times, like, she literally changes outfit into a skimpier bikini wetsuit-ish thing for the entire climax of this. And it's white. And it just is so revealing. I fully expected them to just be like, oh, can you see her nipples? Is the water cold?
Well, and luckily they don't do that. But that's my aforementioned statement that I opened the episode with, was like, she just keeps getting in the water. Like, literally, so many scenes, it's just her like, I probably shouldn't do this, and then just fucking charging into the water.
Yeah, preventing other people from getting into the water so she herself can get into the water.
I will say that I actually think that her performance in this is really good.
Oh, she's really good. Yeah, no, she is channeling Saffron Burrows to a good degree, where she's the kind of prickly lady scientist. And
but she's on the side of good.
Well, in this case, yes, because they learned their lesson. We don't want to kill a bitch again.
Yeah, well, and as we've seen in this movie, they don't kill any bitches.
I'm very pro letting all the women live in this movie so that all the men can die.
I will tell you right now, I was actually really upset at first. Not when they revealed Mia in the fucking cabinet thing, but when she quote unquote died the first time, I was like,
I was like, get to see it.
We see a shark. So it's actually framed really, really cool. When Mia, so her not boyfriend just gets killed. She then falls and she's sitting on, I guess, what's a wardrobe. And it's framed actually really well, where it's a close-up on her as she's saying something, like praying or whatever. And you can see the fin, like, behind her.
Yeah.
And the shark is circling her, so then you see the fin come in front of, like, between the camera and her. I thought it was really, really neat. But then, basically she screams, and the next thing we see is the shark swims out of the building, and there's blood coming out of its mouth.
Yeah. Which I guess we're just meant to assume that he took another bite out of Spin on the way out.
I don't know, actually.
I don't think the movie thought about it.
It did not think about it.
It's like, hey, this will be a fun reveal at the end.
But everyone, just so you all know, because all the women survive in this movie and all the men die, this movie is sexist, according to some commenters on Bloody Disgusting.
Good old message boards on Bloody Disgusting. Guaranteed to bring out some great comments.
Well, not only is it all women, it is a racially diverse cast of women.
True,
and the movie also comments on global warming. So people are really up in arms about their Deep Blue Sea direct-to-DVD sequel, including leftist propaganda.
You hate to see it in the year 2020.
I just think it's so funny to get up in arms about fucking Deep Blue Sea 3. Like, come on, assholes, let's go.
Like, first they came for our action movies, and then they came for our shark movies. Is nothing free from the PC Brigade?
Okay, so back to your Hottie McHotterson from The Vampire Diaries. We don't get to see him shirtless. Boring character?
He's pretty boring, but I do like that they make some effort to give him and Emma a backstory so that they can just kind of play off some of that sexual tension, because I think the way that they use him, and by use I mean they kill him, it feels like such a satisfying payoff. And this is going to sound hypocritical because of what we talked about in the rental. Check out last month's Patreon episode. I feel like this plays so much better. Like, the will they, won't they get back together. He's going to have to save her. Oops, no, he just got eaten by a shark. She's going to have to save herself. Like, I find it really satisfying.
I do too. Oh, again, it's kind of one of those things. It's because I had been primed for like a really funny death, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna dive into that shark's mouth." Like I saw it coming.
Yeah, you can see it coming.
But I still, because the way the camera's framed, it pulls back to this long shot. But
yeah, like half the screen is just open air with ocean beneath it, and you're like, well, that seems like enough space for a giant shark to jump out at.
Hello, I'm Shelby Scott, the host of Scare You to Sleep, a podcast where I tell you spooky bedtime stories full of creepy sound effects and music that is soothing yet unsettling to help immerse you into a world of horror. This is a show for those of us who have realized horror can be a strange but relaxing escape from reality. Speaking of escapes, sometimes I lead you through guided nightmares, like a guided meditation, but instead of flowery meadows, I take you on a journey through your own personal nightmare. So come get lost in the terror with me. Listen to Scare You to Sleep wherever you listen to podcasts, or find us online at bloody.fm. Sweet screams.